winds of championship gymnastics fall today? Will it be a leap into prominence for one of the Pac-10 wannabes? Or will it be perennial favorites whose hands are raised in victory? It's time for big performers to step up big in the conference's marquee event. So who will it be? The favored UCLA Bruins for yet another time, or someone else just saving the best for last? It's the Pac-10 Women's Gymnastics Championships. You gotta love it. Great company today from the campus of the University of Arizona. We're in Tucson, Arizona at the McHale Center. Hot spot for basketball today. It is the Pac-10 Gymnastics Championship host. And hello again, everybody. I'm Barry Tompkins. My partner once more, Kathy Johnson-Clark. You know her, of course, bronze medalist in the 1984 Summer Olympic Games. And Kathy, talk about the Pac-10 Conference. Almost without question, the most powerful conference in America this year.
This is a very classy conference. I love their style of gymnastics. I love the way the athletes and the coaches treat each other. They treat each other with respect. They support each other and try and push the level of gymnastics in the Pac-10. UCLA, of course, ranked #1 in the nation. They are by far the most talented and deep team in the country. But Stanford has an unbelievable strong senior class, and that is going to be a very tight competition here today.
Well, let's talk a little bit about UCLA. Yes, they're the cream of the crop. Will they be the best today?
Well, on paper, if you look at all they've got, absolutely, they could run away with it. But gymnastics just doesn't work that way. Ask Val Condos-Field. They've been beaten by Washington. She says to them, if we make a mistake and everybody else is perfect, things can change, so you've got to stay on your toes. You don't just have to have depth and talent.
But they do have talent, a lot of great talent on this team.
Kate Richardson, Jeanette Andelin, the #1 and 2 gymnasts in the country. Kate Richardson is ranked #2, trying to make the Canadian Olympic team this year, and Jeanette Andelin. An amazing comeback story for her, has really pulled everything together, has become the rock of this team, and is doing just outrageous gymnastics.
Well, you talked a little bit about Stanford. If it's not UCLA, maybe it's going to be Stanford. They always have a way of coming up big in big events.
Absolutely. I think this is their year to really do amazing things. Natalie Foley is one of their gymnasts, having a great year as an all-around gymnast and doing terrific gymnastics. But I think the driving force of the Stanford team is their senior class, the most decorated class in Stanford history, and they have heart. They don't have as much depth as UCLA, but they are making up with heart and dedication. They want to do something before they leave Stanford.
But as you indicated a little bit earlier, this sport is all a part of bobbles and stumbles and falls and trips, and if that happens, and it could happen to UCLA and it could happen to Stanford, what happens then?
Absolutely. Any of these teams can step up and have great success here at the Pac-10s. We have a lot of individual gymnasts who will show great highlighted gymnastics. Chrissy Lehman won the floor exercise at the Pac-10s last year, does really beautiful gymnastics, and is obviously trying to defend her title here. Monica Basorti is someone from Arizona who could do a very nice job here and leading really strong teams in the Pac-10 to hopefully good standings here.
So we should see an awful lot of good individual performances, and a team battle I think really could be something special, because this, as we said, the strongest conference in America. These are the championships, and they're next. Welcome back to the McHale Center. Chrissy Lehman of Oregon State will be first competitor we're going to see. Oregon State will be on vault, ASU on bars, Arizona on beam, Washington on floor X. Cal, Stanford, and UCLA have buys in this first rotation.
And Oregon State has won the Pac-10 team title, one of only 3 teams to ever have won the team title. 4 times they've won it, most recently in 1996. They placed 5th last year. They're ranked 10th currently in the nation. They have had a very, very good year. The last several meets they have built on their season high score, team score. They've got a lot of momentum. And really the turning point in their season, they had a fellow teammate, Megan Jones, who was in a very, very serious car accident that she could have lost her life, and it pulled them all together. They put things in perspective. They've rallied behind her. She's going to be okay. She's rehabbing and will be okay. But it's changed their perspective, and they're not going to let opportunities go by.
She was very happy with that first vault. We'll give you the score just as soon as we have it.
Now keep in mind, in vault, every vault is rated in terms of its level of difficulty and worth a certain amount of points. Obviously, the key is to try and have a 10-0 vault as your start value. The lower rated vaults won't score as well just right off the bat. The top teams in the country are doing 10-0 vaults. That vault that we just saw had a start value of 9.8.
Here's a look at Heather Justice, who is just about set to go. She's got her own moving section here. 9-7 was the score for Chrissy Lehman on that first vault.
They're also depleted. They have several gymnasts out with injury for the season. Most recently, Annie Campbell, very important gymnast in their lineup, hurt her knee, had knee surgery, but will not return for this season.
So now Heather Justice from Boring, Oregon.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Scored a 9.675 on that vault out of a possible 9.8. Of course, the team leaders we're going to see are going to be scoring up in the high 9.8, 9.9 range. Might even see some 10s. Beautiful height on that vault. Pike front, that's worth a 9.8. So the maximum score that vault could earn is 9.8 if done absolutely perfectly. She has beautiful height, nice amplitude, good pike position. Could have opened a little sooner to try and go for the stuck landing.
So now we'll wait the score for Heather Justice. We go now to floor exercise.
This is Molly Shaman. Washington has a very good team this year. Bob Levesque said this is the best team he has ever coached. Just so easy to coach, very dedicated, works as hard as possible.
And that little step out of bounds will cost her.
I apologize, I said the gymnast before her. This is Kim Lewis. Very pretty gymnast. Very nice quality in her dance. Long legs, long lines. Washington doesn't quite have the difficulty, the level of difficulty in the routines as a UCLA or Stanford. Nice flexibility.
Very good for Kim Lewis. One little step out of bounds.
10th of a point deduction for the step out of bounds. Bob Levesque has done so much with this team. First coach in history to lead the team to back-to-back NCAA appearances in 97 and 98, and that was 98 would have been their third appearance in 5 years. So he's done a nice job at Washington. They're ranked 12th in the nation. And their goal here is they'd like to sneak into that third spot. They'd love to be third place here.
Angela Morales now for Oregon State on vault, but still a little discrepancy on the scoring of Heather Justice, who preceded her, scoring very slow so far today.
It's not uncommon at the start of a meet to try and get them in line and just get their rhythm going. Judging in collegiate gymnastics, in my opinion, really needs to be revamped. All of the scores are so high and tight, close together. They're all in that high 9.8 to 10.0 range with the top teams. It's really hard to separate the gymnastics routines, the really great ones from good ones.
Heather Justice has scored 9.775 out of a possible 9.8. I think, yes, that was Heather Justice.
A lot of concentration. They've competed a long season so far. This is the start of their postseason. This is when everything begins. Really gearing up. Teams who are on the bubble trying to make an appearance at the national championship.
Looking at Lauren Powell of Arizona State, you were just a moment ago. And this is Angela Morales of Oregon State.
4 events going on simultaneously. We have 7 teams here, so some of the teams are sitting out with a bye. One of the challenging aspects of the conference championships. Pike, front pike with a half twist, adds a little difficulty and raises that start value up to a 10.0. That's a big jump. Judges are looking for many things on ball. Overall dynamics, good height off the horse. The position, in this case, should be a nice tight pike. Opens out, spots the floor, does the half twist. Land a little bit stiff-legged and hopped back.
Maggie Germain now of Arizona State on the uneven bars. Maggie very tall for a gymnast at 5'8".
I'm just amazed when I see gymnasts this tall, especially doing a high-level gymnastics. It's beautiful with the long lines, and the change of equipment over the past 10 years has really allowed this to happen. The bars go way out, much farther than they used to. They have a lot more room to swing through. Years ago, this just would not be possible. She missed her release move.
So we'll give you the score for Emily Pritchard as soon as we have it, and we will have it on the other side of this commercial break. Don't go away. We're coming back to Tucson.